up, YouTube? It's your boy JB, and we are back for a brand new season of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. This is season 6. It's episode 1. It did not have a title. I'm wondering if it doesn't have a title because it's under a whole new production company. And I just found out at the end of the episode it's under Big Fish. And Big Fish is behind, Black Ink Crew. So I would think that, because Black Ink Crew always has an episode title. But, Season 6, Episode 1, Hollywood is back. Hollywood is back. Hollywood is back. Last season was the shit. So I'm ready to see what this season's gonna give us. So without further ado, you guys, let's go ahead and just jump into the video. Alright, so before we get into all the bullshit, we're just gonna start out light, and we're gonna start with K. Michelle. So K. Michelle is back for another season, although last season she said that she would not be returning to Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. K. Michelle has been saying that shit for the last few years, that she leaves Love and Hip Hop, she comes back, leaves, come back. Because, she was on Atlanta, then she left Atlanta, then she went to New York, then she left New York, then come back. Then she finally came back to Atlanta, left Atlanta, came back to Hollywood, said she was done with Hollywood. Now she's back with Hollywood for another season. I feel like she's gonna make her way through all the franchises. I feel like at some point she might even make her way to Miami. But that's neither here nor there. So K. Michelle, she's letting us know that this year she's working on her last R&B album. That is for now, because we all know K. Michelle wants to do her country music. And you guys all remember that viral video where she told those people out there in Nashville that she can out-sing any of them white bitches. And I don't disagree with K. Michelle. I really don't. And I watched some of her interview on Hollywood Unlocked a few weeks ago when I was off for my birthday. K. Michelle, she hit some valid and some valid points, especially when it comes to country music. Because what she said was, they told her that when she went to the bar, because if you don't know anything about country music, if there's a TV show that used to come on ABC, then moved to CMT, it's called Nashville. Watch that show. It'll give you a little bit of history about what life is like in Nashville. Because even though the big name artists, they're out there, they still go to like those little small clubs, and those little small bars in Nashville, and they sing. Like on Nashville, there was a bar called the Blue Note, I believe that's what it was called. And that's where local artists would just go and showcase their talent. You would still sing. So she explained that, and that is true. That is something that the artists do out there. They go to the local bars, and they just go open mic night and sing. And she was also, so they told her when she went there that it wasn't her night, insinuating that maybe you come back on like maybe an R&B night. And that's why she said what she said, that she could out-sing any of them, white bitches in there. She said she didn't want to interrupt the person that was on stage. But after that person got off stage, that's when she went up there and she said what she said. And then also in her interview on Hollywood Unlocked, she was just talking about how, with country music, it originated with African Americans, but, people have taken it and made it their own over the years, which is true as well. So, she just wanted to work on her country music. And I would actually go for a country album from K. Michelle. I can hear that. So then we see K. Michelle. She has, she was looking at a house because she's trying to expand on her family. Her son is a teenager now, and she wants to have her twin girls. So she has someone that's going to be a surrogate for her, and her name is Tone. When I saw the trailer when I saw the trailer before the show came on, I was looking at the girl Tone. I'm like, wait a minute, why does that girl look like Paris? Like, has K. Michelle done linked back up with Paris and we don't know it? But no, it's not Paris. It's a girl named Tone that she said she met in Bed Bath & Beyond or something like that. So Tone has 3 girls, and K. Michelle just talking about, wanting to have kids. I'm like, okay, wait a minute, is K. Michelle and that doctor still together? Because I really don't follow K. Michelle on social media. Yeah, I don't know if her and the doctor are still together, but if they are, please let me know in the comment section below. But that is basically it for K. Michelle. We're gonna see how this season progresses. I think her storyline this whole season gonna center around her having the surrogate and the drama with that. All right, you guys. So next, I'm gonna talk about this girl Brittany B that we met. She is a Grammy nominated. This is her words: Grammy nominated, Billboard charting, artiste. She says she's worked with the likes of Kanye West, K. Michelle, Chrisette Michelle, John Legend, Ty Dolla Sign, um, a lot of people. Some people that we didn't know. And, she's talking about she's the youngest African American at whatever record label she's working at. I'm like, so are you an A&R rep? Are you a producer? What do you do at the record label? Well, what up with her? And it's going to be short because it really wasn't much with her. So we see her meet with someone who wants to take music seriously. And I'm like, no way. You cannot be, you are joking with me. Oh my God. There go that goddamn cricket. That bitch kept me up all fucking night last night. Damn near. But yeah. So she's meeting with Black China who wants to do music. I'm like, Black China, don't nobody take you seriously with the music. Don't nobody take you seriously, period. No offense to you, but nobody takes you seriously, especially for music. But I guess Brittany gonna try to help her with music if you say so. But we're gonna move on from Brittany B. That was our introduction to her. Now we're gonna move over to all of the, as my girl Roxanne said, all of the foola fuck cool niggatry. All right, you guys. I don't really know where I want to start first, but I think I'm gonna start with the thing that is gonna be roadkill for me, and that's gonna be with April, Moniece, and Teeny Fizzlepop. Shout out to Moniece for that one. So we see Teeny Fizzlepop, we see J Boog, and we see Spectacular. They all in the gym. This is 4 months, I guess, before. I don't know what the timeline was because it said 4 months earlier. So I don't know if this was at the beginning of the Millennium Tour. I think it was because the way that they were talking, they had just started the tour. And, when they got out there on the stage, all they asses realized they were out of shape and they couldn't really keep up with the moves like they used to. And I could have told you that. Like, nigga, if y'all have not danced or moved like that in some years, you might want to do like what Escape did. Get your asses in some kind of shape because remember when Escape first started, they couldn't do shit. But then they got into it. Like if y'all ain't done something in years, you have to practice at it. Like I don't know why people don't get that. So then they are talking about the group members. So and I didn't like the fact how J Boog and how Teeny Fizzlepop was talking about Raz B in particular because they trying to placate as they don't know what his issues are. Y'all know good fucking well what that man's issues are. His issues deal with Chris Stokes. Like y'all know what that man's fucking issues are, and I wasn't cool with them. Trying to play like they don't know what's going on with him. And Teeny Fizzlepop talking about how he shares a tour bus with him, but he stays away from him. Like y'all can't really like the man. Like I said, the man. We all saw that shit. We saw that shit a few years ago when he went off on that rant about Chris Stokes. So y'all know what the man's issue is, and I don't know why y'all trying to play like y'all don't know what it is. So then we talk about Omarion, and we all know Omarion is a diva of the group. Omarion feels like he can do everything without the group. Unfortunately, we disagree. He cannot do everything without the group. So, Spectacular asked, Teeny Fizzlepop, he's like, so, what's going on between you and your baby mama? Well, they then show all the lives of April and Moniece when they were on live with each other, going back and forth. And, he tells them, like, it ain't nothing. And so he's trying to say it ain't nothing between him and, I guess Moniece, and it's really nothing between he and April, because they asked him, did he have a conversation with O about this? And he says it's nothing. Nigga, we know you lying. Like, there is something going on between you and April. Nobody 100% gives a fuck, but the fact that y'all play like it ain't shit, that's the problem. The fact that y'all play like it ain't nothing and like people are fucking stupid. And we gonna get into that a little bit in a few minutes, how I feel about those two in dire detail. So then we do see April. So April is on the beach. She's talking about all her legal issues with Omarion and how she's meeting up with a really good friend. And who you might think, who do you guys think that friend is? None other than Lil Boo Boo, as Marcus called him, a.k.a. Booby, a.k.a. Daniel Booby Gibson. I'm like, damn, Booby is friends with a lot of these women on this show, but we're just gonna shut up on that one. Shut up on that one. So, April's talking about how she's working on her music, which she could keep the music to herself. And, she's, talking about she was in court and just, again, she's friends with Booby. I'm like, okay. Oh, and then, she's talking about how she had postpartum depression and Omarion left her when their daughter was like, what, I think she said 2 months old. Now, that is fucked up if he did that. Like, you can't stay with the girl long enough to realize you can't stay with her. Now, you don't have to be in a relationship with her, but you can at least be around the girl if you realize she has postpartum depression. Like, don't up and leave her. Like, now, that is fucked up. Totally fucked up. Totally, totally, totally fucked up. All right. So then we see that Jason Lee is back, aka Penguin. Um, where are we at with Jason Lee? Oh, so at this point, this is when April was filling in for Melissa Ford. Now I think Jason Lee is the messiest fucking person around because I was just talking earlier about the interview that K Michelle did on Hollywood Unlocked. In that same interview, that was actually I think Melissa Ford's first time being back with Hollywood Unlocked, and in that interview, Jason Lee was talking mad cash money shit about April, a girl who had just filled in for Melissa. He was just talking about how she didn't want to reveal anything about her relationship with Fizz, Omarion, XYZ, but she wanted to be on the show and gossip. Well, I mean, we see that a lot with Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams built her whole talk show around talking shit about people. But Wendy has not, she just now is coming around to talking about her relationship. So, you can't sit there and get mad at April because she doesn't want to put her shit out there. That is her business. If she chooses not to, that's her business. I don't hear you putting your business out there. I don't think anybody would give a fuck about your business, but I don't hear you putting your business out there. So, miss me with the bullshit. And like I said, I just think that Jason Lee is messy as fuck. Because when it came down to it, like when Melissa, like I said, when Melissa Ford came back from that accident that she had, Jason was with K Michelle talking shit about April, and I just did not respect that. Like I don't respect. I know you on camera and April can see it, but I don't think that shit is cool. Because you was cool with her when she was on the show working with you, but now that she's not on the show working with you, oh you can talk shit about her. That's fake as fuck. That's just the equivalent of talking about somebody behind their back, in my personal opinion. Just because you are on camera, she's not there to have a rebuttal. So again, Jason Lee is just messy as fuck, and I don't know why his big penguin built ass is back. All right, so since we're talking about that, why does April and Drew, well, Teeny Fizzlepop, have a interview together? And speaking of the confessional interview looks, they're kind of weird. It's just like a backdrop, like my wall. Only thing is, it's blue, and I'm just confused about it. So Teeny Fizzlepop and April talking about their relationship with one another, how they just good friends with each other. Nothing's happened yet. April kept saying yet, and they talking about how Teeny Fizzlepop saw her naked, and I'm just like, why are y'all playing with us as if y'all have not done anything? Like, we're not stupid. God damn. Like, y'all acting like motherfuckers are stupid as shit. Oh, and then April was like, whenever she is, she gonna see Moniece, she gonna beat her ass on sight. I'm like, oh, you got that many balls, huh? And then Teeny Fizzlebop was talking about how he don't feel like Moniece doesn't want to see him succeed, and I'm like, nigga, that ain't got shit to do with nothing. Ain't got shit to do with shit. The fuck? The fuck? So and so I want to say this because they trying to play Moniece off like she started all this shit. She really didn't. If my memory is serving me correct, technically, Teeny Fizzlepop started this because when Moniece was out there in Atlanta with Scrap DeLeon, and she posted that picture, and everybody assumed that picture was of Drew. He said no, that's Monique. That's not me. That's I think he said it might be Scrap, and she's out there in Atlanta. And then Moniece came back and said, oh, Teeny Fizzlepop, he's out there in Chicago with my son with April. And that's how this whole thing came about. Because again, they were trying to play like nothing was going on between them, but they want to make Moniece out to be the big bad fucking wolf when she's really not. Like, I'm just over this. Like, they gonna really try to drag Moniece this season, and I'm not here. I'm really, at this point, I'm not here for it. So then the last scene of the episode, we see Moniece and April meet up, and I can understand certain parts of what April's going through, and I can definitely understand Moniece. Moniece is tired of being lied to, like, because if you guys saw the Hollywood Unlocked interview, she was talking about how Cam feels like he has to lie to Moniece about April and Teeny Fizzlepop, when that's not the case. Moniece is not worried about those two men together. She's just worried about the well-being of her child, which is understandable. And I understand where April's coming from on one part, because when Moniece said that April's out there selling her pussy, I'm like, well, Moniece, that was a little bit of a low blow. And even on Hollywood Unlocked, Moniece, admitted she knew she was wrong for saying that. But like I said, I'm on Moniece's side. I understand where Moniece is coming from. Like, why y'all got my child lying to me when y'all could just be honest with me? Like, I don't give a fuck who you sleeping with. Just be honest with a motherfucker. And I understand that completely. 100%. All right, you guys. So before we get to the real good shit of the episode, we're gonna talk about Ray and Princess. So Ray and Princess, they are adjusting to being new parents to baby Melody. Um, Ray, he's having fun having daddy daycare with Clutch and Pearls, aka Auntie Faye, which is what he looks like now. And we see them, they out with each other. And Clutch and Pearls, aka Auntie Faye, aka Ep.1, it's talking about how 10 days, I guess, after Lyrica gave birth, she, days after Lyrica gave birth, she left and she's been gone for 10 days. I'm like, well, damn. Ooh. Okay. So, Auntie Faye is talking about how he might have to lead a marriage. And Ray's like, you can't up and lead a marriage, fam. Like, y'all just had the baby. And I'm like, here we go with Ray. I can't wait for Roxanne to do her video, to do her Ray impression. So then, in a strange scene with Ray and Princess, we see them at a BDSM shop. And they're trying to spice up the sex life so maybe they can have a second baby. And I'm like, and then, Princess tells Ray to take his clothes off. I'm like, no. Can he keep his clothes on? Mona, why come you didn't cut that scene? Like, you couldn't put that as a deleted scene and nobody ever wanted to see? We had to see that? Really? Really? We had to see that? If you say so, bitch. All right, you guys. So, we got the Bentleys. So, Clutch and Pearls, aka Auntie Faye, is working on music. He's talking about how at this point he's not working on making music for other people. He's focused on himself. Then he's talking about how he was approached by T-Pain to do a few shows with him. I'm like, really, really, really. You must be like the opening act before the like when you go to a concert and there's like an act already performing. When you walk in there, nobody really paying them any attention, but then you have the people that come out after that, and then you have the headliner. That must be what he is. Like, he must be like the first like when you, like, say the concert starts at 7 o'clock, you get there about like 6:45, 6:30, 6:30, 6:45. You got that first act up there that's just performing, just trying to hype the crowd up, but ain't nobody paying attention. I think that's what he is, because I just can't imagine anybody would want to see him as an opening act. Just saying. So then we see him. He goes outside. He talks to Penguin, and then Penguin is asking him, does he know a girl named Summer Bunny? And Summer Bunny, that name sounds familiar. I don't know why. Summer Bunny. Is that girl that was linked to shit, Offset? I believe. I have to look it up. So then Penguin shows him a video that was recorded of him on FaceTime with this girl Summer Bunny. So he says that Lil Lyrica knows nothing about this, and he gets mad when Jason starts questioning him about it. And I'm like, ooh, look at Auntie Faye trying to get bold this season. So he says, you know what? I'm going to talk to Lil Lyric about this, but can you not post this? And, Penguin is talking about he's doing the Lord's work. I'm like, that is not the Lord's work. Gossiping is not the work of the Lord. That's the work of the devil, but whatever. And, he says he's going to pray on it. Oh, shit, y'all. My bad. My TV. That scared the shit out of me. So, he says, I lost my train of thought. Lost my train of thought. Where was I at? I don't know. He was, what did he, damn, I really lost my train of thought that quickly. Oh, well, he was just like, work of the Lord. Oh, he was going to pray on it. Whatever. So we're going to move on. So then we see Little Lyrica. She comes back to L.A. walking down an invisible runway. I'm like, where is she going? So then we see, Big Lyrica with Little Ocean. So, she's just, Little Lyrica talking about how she had to leave because she was tired of getting DMs from girls talking about how they've been with her husband. And, then she tells, so then, her mom's like, well, I'll keep the baby while you're going to have a conversation with Auntie Faye. So then she goes home and talks to Auntie Faye, and they get into an argument with each other, and I'm like, oh my God, this is season 5 all over again with these two. Because she tells him what she told her mama, that she's tired of getting DMs from bitches, talking about he's flown them out, he's done this and this and that with them. And, like I said, they arguing. And I don't know what the fuck was up with Lil Lyrica when she was in that hallway. A1, don't leave me! I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with her? So then we see that Penguin has gone ahead and released his story unbeknownst to Auntie Faye. I'm like, really? You just a messy, messy, messy queen. Alright, so then we see once again Lil Lyrica is with Big Lyrica since the stories came out. And we see Auntie Faye. He's packing up to get ready to go on tour with, T-Pain. You guys, this reminds me of like that season when Rashida was talking about Rosewood. And who else has beaten a dead horse with a stick like that? I think it was something in New York. This past season. It's either New York or Miami. Can't remember. But whatever. So, then she goes home and, Clutch and Pearls, a.k.a. Auntie Faye, is not there. So she calls him, and he's like, I'm on the road. We can talk when I get back. She's like, I don't even know if I'm going to be here when you get back. And then, she's just up there and cussing and screaming in front of the baby. And she's talking about he's upsetting him. I'm like, he ain't upsetting the baby. It's you. You the one that's holding the little nigga. The little nigga's scared of you. Then she just throws her phone. I'm like, well, damn. I hope that was like an iPhone 4 or a 5 or even a 6. That you didn't care about because that bitch was cracked like a motherfucker. Like, god damn. But you guys, that was the first episode. It was a good opening episode. Be sure to like the video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys later.